Now we're going to look at another way to show where the electrons are. And this way, instead of being called an orbital diagram, this one is generally just called an electron configuration. And so this is a really simple one here, just to show you, this would be hydrogens, just to show you what the numbers are for. The big numbers in front are for the energy level in. Of course, this is the S is the orbital type. And then the exponent here is the number of electrons that are in that orbital. So we could take an orbital diagram and convert it over. This would be 1s2, 2s2, 2p4. So notice that it is important that you show these numbers in front. The energy levels is full-size numbers, and the number of electrons as exponents. Okay, let's go ahead and do an example of this before we go on. Okay, let's take potassium's orbital diagram and convert it. And by the way, when I do these, I sometimes put commas. That is not the modern way to do it, but you are welcome to do that. It kind of makes it easier to see what's going on, especially when I'm teaching it. Okay, let's try another one. Let's try strontium. It has 38 electrons. And I'm following the order from the off-ball, so after the 3p, I go to the 4s, and it has 2. And then I do the 3d, and it has 10. And then I go to the 4p, and it has 6. And then I go to the 5s, and it has 2. And let's count to make sure. 10, 38. Okay. And then I want you to notice that, and so if you're not sure, I got this order by that off-ball diagram and what it said the order would be to fill them up. So maybe you've noticed that, so when we do this, you know, the numbers up here are not in order. In other words, it goes 3, then 4, then 3 again, then 4, then 5. Anyway, what you need to do is put those in order. It's technically not right to show those out of order. So I'm going to rewrite it. And I'm going to put all the 3's together. And then the 4s2, so the 4's together. Like so. So this way is technically not right. Don't use that way. That's just an initial, and then but put them in order. And while we're here, let me ask you a question. How many electrons are in the highest energy level in this atom? And so when I say that, the highest energy level, I'm talking about these, the energy levels. And so the 5th energy level is the highest one that has electrons, and it has 2. Those valence electrons are really important, and sometimes if you don't put them in order, they're not on the end, on the right, and we'll see that a little bit later. Now I'm going to show you another way that we can get the electron configuration from the periodic table. And this is the better way. It's easier than worrying about that off-ball diagram. And it's nice because you can just skip to the very last electron and say where it went in. So what I'm doing is I'm using the periodic table as a tool where I'm going to use the positions as each representing an electron. So as I count, I'm going to count electrons by counting boxes. Okay, before we get started, we need to label the different boxes. So this first box is called the S block, is what we usually say, S block. This is the D in here. This is the P block. This is the F block. Now I'm going to add some numbers for the rows. This is 1, 2. Okay, so I'm talking about these rows. One. Did you notice I moved helium? Hydrogen is right here, and I moved helium, which is usually on the right. For this little tool that we're making, I need to move it over there. Okay, so I numbered the ends, the end here, but I need to number the D block, and the D block is one less. And then the F block, I don't know if you realize, it actually fits in over here, but anyway, it's one less than that. Okay. After I get those numbered, now I'm ready to decide on a electron configuration. So sulfur is right here. Let's do the electron configuration of sulfur. So what I do to get the electron configuration is I start all the way on the upper left, and I'm going to count in the first row 1. I'm going to count 1, 2, and I'm in the S block, so I'll say 1, S, 2. These numbers give me the energy level. The block tells me the type of orbital, and then the position tells me how many electrons. So I counted both of those. Then next I will continue on because we have more than 2 electrons. Second energy level, I'll count 1, 2 in the S. But then I'll come over here and count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in the P. And then I'll come over here and I'll count, there's 2 in the S, 1, 2, so 3 S2. And then I'll come over here and in the P, so this is the 3P, this row, I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then I'm finished. So you always just count, and those give you your number of electrons, and the block tells you what orbital, and the number here tells you what energy level. So maybe you noticed that the S block has 2 columns. Well, S orbitals hold 2 electrons. The P block has 6 columns. P orbitals hold 6 electrons. The D block has 10, and so forth, because the D block holds 10 electrons. Okay, let's practice a little bit more. Argon before we do titanium. So for argon, let me mark these. Be careful when you're on this side because this is 2, 3. When you're trying to look. Okay, so argon is right here. So to get to argon, I'm going to say 1s2, 2s2, then I'm going to come over here, 2p6, then I'll continue 3s2, and then 3p6. Very good. So let's try titanium. Titanium is right here. One S2, 2s2, 2p6 for these, 3s2, 3p6, 4s2 right here, and then remember that these are numbered one less. So this is 3, 4, 5. So this is 3d2. Okay, and then like I said before, we need to watch the order here. These are not in order. Here we go. Okay, so don't use that one. It's not in order. On titanium, what electrons are in the highest energy level? And again, I'm looking at the numbers of the energy levels, and it looks like titanium has 2 electrons, and we call these valence electrons that are in the highest energy level. You notice there's a lot of repetition. If we look at this, argon and titanium are the same for all of this part. So there is a way to kind of take a shortcut and not have to write all the part that's repeated. So let's label this. Don't forget, these are one less. Okay, and then so magnesium is right here. So the way to do a shortcut is to, instead of starting at the beginning and going all the way through, I'm just going to kind of back up until I get to a noble gas. So bump 1, and then I'm at neon. Okay, so what I do to represent neon, I do that in brackets, and this represents all of the ones up through neon, and then I just write what's left. Then I just do the 3s2. Okay, let's try bromine. Bromine is here. What noble gas will I use? So I just back up until I get to a noble gas. You know, these on the end are the noble gases. I get to argon, and then I just continue and write all the rest until I get to bromine. So I'll say 4s2, 3d10, and then 4, I'm back to 4 because this is 4 here. 4p5. Okay, so that's the shortcut, but that's not in order. Let's fix the order here. Again, you don't have to have the commas in there, but Okay, one more slide on this video. Let's talk about valence electrons. I said that those were the electrons in the highest energy level, and there's a definite pattern for these. It's how many electrons are in the highest energy level. And so for all of these have one valence electron. All of those have one valence electron in an s orbital. All of these have two in their highest energy level. All of these have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. All the noble gases have 8 in their highest energy level. We'll be using that in the next chapter.